This is FE Peer Review. The date is January the 5th, 2024. A little more about great circles and some fun with Sketchup. This is a sort of a follow-up to yesterday's video. You may want to go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. In the last video, we were looking at great circles, and we established that you could use a plane that cuts through your start and end points and the center of your sphere. And that plane, where it intersects the sphere, would be your great circle. So I wanted to show you another quick example of this that's maybe even a little bit easier to visualize. I've created a new model that's pretty much identical to the previous, but I got rid of the extra stuff. And I wanted to show you a nice tool that SketchUp has, extremely useful for architects. We use it for cutting sections through buildings. But first, here's our sphere, and these two little tick marks indicate where they touch the surface of the sphere, our start and end points. And then down in here, you can see the center of our sphere. So this tool is called Section Plane. It's underneath Tools, Section Plane. And what it does is it allows me to pass a plane through the object. Now, I can move this plane around until I have it exactly where I want, and that'll be the fun part. So right now I've cut it directly through one of the longitude lines. We can see the center of the sphere here. Just to show you how the section plane works, I can move it, set it wherever I want. So you can see how useful a tool this would be if you were designing a building. I can also rotate it, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to rotate it around the center point. So as I rotate it around this center point, that section plane remains passing through the center of the sphere. However much I rotate it, it's passing through the center of the sphere. And that's what we're going to use to get this section plane to pass through the center of the sphere and our two start and end points, our start point and our destination. So I'll do that now. And as we can see, it gives us the great circle, the same great circle we saw before. I just thought that was a nice way to visualize it. So there's the plane that cuts through the center of our sphere and our start and end points. And that edge there is our great circle path. I am going to just move that plane around a little bit so you can see how it works. I'll try moving it so that it cuts through vertically through those 2 points. So now it's the same start and end point, but it's not passing through the center of the sphere anymore. The circle is smaller than the diameter of our sphere. And if the circle is smaller, if it has a smaller radius, it has a longer path. So straight across, going up and over, is a longer path than our great circle. So that's the section plane tool and how I can use it to find the great circle. As you can see, no matter how we cut this thing, we can't obtain a circle that's larger than the sphere itself. That's how we know that we've gotten the largest possible diameter on our section cut through the sphere. There's the equator. And there's 45 north latitude. I could waste a lot of time playing with this stuff, but that's enough. I thought y'all might get a kick out of seeing the use of the section plane in real work. So here's a little project I've been working on. And I'm going to turn on a view that allows us to see the section planes I've already set up. So you can see I created a whole bunch of them. I've got a couple of horizontal planes, which are for showing the floor plans. There's the upper floor. And then I've got a bunch of vertical section planes for the various building sections. Let's get one going here. Here's a vertical section cut. You can see into the attic, garage over on the right, ground floor family room and kitchen. I'll move that section plane around a little bit. Yeah, you can have lots of fun with section planes. I got one here that cuts through the stairway. That's always an important section to show. So there's a section cut that shows the staircase. It's the entrance right on the left side here, and then you come into an entry hall and there's a staircase going up. And off to your right is the living room, or you can continue past the staircase. And back here you can go through this doorway, the next one, and find yourself in the kitchen and family area, which face onto the back garden. And once you have a section plane, you can do some things with it, like I've got pre-established views, cutting sections all the way in both directions, front to back and side to side. Now we're inside the entry hall. There's the living room, and upstairs there's a bedroom and dressing room. Continue going back. Now we're in the kitchen and family room space, and the garage on the right, and a couple more bedrooms facing the back. And now we're going to look at it from the other side, cutting our section front to back. We've got a cutting through the garage and the attic space above the garage, which is a kind of playroom. Now we're cutting through the stair hall again. Family room on the right, door into the living room on the left. Now we're cutting through the living room on the left, dining room in the middle, and family room on the right. Some bedrooms and a bathroom up top. Because I use section cuts to create my floor plans as well. They're horizontal sections. So there's a floor plan. Entrance in the bottom center. Little powder room off to the right, living room off to the left. Staircase straight ahead. Garage to the right, dining room to the left, family room and kitchen across the back. That's the first floor. And this is the second floor. Come up the stairs, there's the playroom off to the right above the garage. Come around on the left side of the stair, and there's a master bedroom suite with a dressing room and a bathroom. And then at the top of the stairs, there are also two more bedrooms facing the back, and a second bathroom, and a laundry cupboard, laundry closet, and some extra storage. So that's how you use section cuts in SketchUp. You can also use them for doing specific interior views For example, the kitchen is one that's very much needed. I'll show you the kitchen. You have to cut several views, several sections to show the various walls in the kitchen for the cabinet layout. So here's a section cut that cuts through the kitchen and the family room and the fireplace. And I can set this up. If I wanted to, I can set this up to provide an elevation of the kitchen. It gives information about the details of the kitchen cabinetry. I've got the hood over the stove. There's the stove there. So I'll do that. I'm going to come in here and zoom in a little bit because we don't need the rest of the house. This is just for the kitchen and family room. We've got on the left, we're going to have a prefabricated metal fireplace with a flue that goes up through a chimney on the far left. And then there's a set of French doors that lead out onto a back porch to the garden. And then on the right, we've got the kitchen. There's a hood that is suspended from the ceiling over the stove. The stove is cut through in sections, so we see it in black here. And then we have a sink facing the window and the dishwasher next to the sink so that it can share the plumbing and drain. And on the right, we have a bank of cabinets that also contains the refrigerator. So that's an example of section cuts, and hope you all found that interesting. Have a great day. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.